Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Chris, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can really get the most out of your clips. Sometimes you go through shoots and realize that your footage isn't as great as you thought it might be, or you don't have enough to really work with. And I'm going to be showing you a few different ways that you can kind of make the most out of it and really, get something usable. So I have this clip here that we shot for a series we were doing on the COVID-19 pandemic and sort of its impact on small businesses. So you can kind of see, actually, I'll let you watch the whole thing here. Right, so you can kind of see what we're working with. It's a little bit shaky. It's not great. So what I usually go through is a few different methods. The first thing that I'm going to show you is just cropping out your clip and really working with the part that you think is absolutely best. So you can see like here it starts to shake a lot and we kind of go back and it's not really great. So what I'm gonna do is find where I really want it to start. Right there is where I think the action really starts and is usable. I'm gonna crop this out, bring it back, and I want it to stop right about there. So this is the clip that we're going to be working with, and by itself it looks kind of okay. It's not amazing, but we're going to do some more for that. I guess I can show you guys some color correcting stuff real quick. It's not the point of this video, but it's really important that you guys know about color correcting and color grading. Just I guess this is more for a color grading sort of situation to make your clips look better too. You really want to figure out what type of feel the video is that you're making, and from there kind of see what other people are doing in the industry, what people are doing in film, and kind of get like a good look that you think really works. There's a lot of different ways that you can do this. But yeah, this is sort of the process that I'll go through. So yeah, you definitely want to color grade. It'll help make your clips look a little bit nicer. I have my blue light glasses on right now, so I was actually editing with a lot of those blues removed, but that's okay. It still looks pretty nice. So we're gonna go back over here to editing, and actually let's go over to effects, because the next thing that I want to talk about is this warp stabilizer, which can absolutely save your footage. This is such a great tool for so many different clips. It really does a lot. It really works wonders, and it's not great for everything, because sometimes you'll get this sort of effect on it when you use the warp stabilizer that makes it look really obvious that you're using a warp stabilizer to anyone that works with video. And it's this sort of thing where it'll kind of like rotate the clip or tilt it back from side to side. It's hard to explain it without my hands, but I guess it'll sort of make it look angled, and then it'll make it look angled like you're tilting it up or tilting it to the left or right, and it just looks really obvious that you're using a warp stabilizer. But look how much better it looks, now that it's stabilized. And there's not, you can't really see any of that shake that was going on. There's no real distortion of the clip, which is really awesome. Now it looks like one coherent moving clip. So for this one in particular, the next thing that I did was slow it down. You have to nest these clips. Premiere has this weird thing about it won't use warp stabilizer and speed, or it won't use warp stabilizer and another effect in the same thing. But if you nest the clip for some reason, it becomes not a problem anymore. So we're just gonna change the speed here. So I'm gonna set it to 50. You got to be really careful with this, and you also have to sort of pre-plan this. So the footage here, you can see actually still looks really smooth, and that's because we shot at a frame rate that was high enough to where if we slowed it down by half of it, it would still be over 30 frames per second. So I'm willing to bet that we shot this clip in 120 frames per second. So slowing it down by 50% is going to bring it down to 60 frames per second. So if you shot something so we have a Sony A7 III, so that can shoot in 4K, but it'll only shoot 4K at 30 frames per second. So if you shot in 4K at 30 frames per second and then tried to slow it down by 50%, you'd be operating at 15 frames per second, which would basically look like a moving slideshow, which is not what you want. So definitely be mindful of that. So yeah, now we have this clip here. It's stabilized, it's color graded to a little, certain extent, and we have it slowed down, and I think it makes it look really nice. And when it's in the middle of a montage, this clip looks really great. So yeah, these are just a few things that you can do to kind of work with the footage that you have, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a thumbs up, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next